guys, in this video we're going to talk about Taylor Lautner clapping back at haters, Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello back together again, and Vanderpump Rules drama getting juicier. Alright, so Taylor Lautner has been opening up a lot recently. Back in February, he revealed that his role in the Twilight movies left him with body image issues, and now he's posted a video on Instagram showing screenshots of all the hate comments he's been getting from his recent interview on NBC's Today. Some of them were extremely brutal. People were making fun of his hairline and pointing out how much he's aged since they last saw him on the big screen. Taylor admitted that the barrage of nasty comments brought up old feelings and memories and reminded him of why he stopped reading them in the past. He said, if this was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe even 2 or 3 years ago, that would have really gotten under my skin. It would have caused me to want to just go into a hole and not go outside. Definitely not do press and interviews and put myself in the position where I'd have to see that kind of stuff. He also admitted that he wouldn't be on here posting this video if he wasn't entirely unbothered by the criticism, but he insisted that he's now at a place where it doesn't make him question who he is and it doesn't take anything away from him. In the end, he told his followers to remember where they put their value in life, and also just to be nice because it's not that difficult. He said, let's be nice to each other, let's spread love and positivity. It's that simple. Just looking at the comments under that video, it's clear that fans really resonated with the message. It's good to see how much Taylor is speaking out these days. Still, people were shocked to hear about his experience filming the Twilight saga, because it was just so far from what we thought it would be. He has a new podcast called The Squeeze that he does with his wife, who's also named Taylor. This was when he opened up about the reality of playing Jacob Black, the teen heartthrob who was shirtless in almost every scene. As an actor, he was viewed as having this unbelievable body, even though he was very young at the time of filming, which started when he was only 16 years old. He did a lot to get in shape for the movie, spending 5 days a week at the gym while on a 3,200 calorie daily diet. Looking back, Taylor admitted that the physical transformation took a toll on his body. He said, it was my entire life. In the first movie, I was 140 pounds, and in New Moon, I was 175. So yeah, that wasn't my natural body. I had to work very hard for it and very hard just to maintain it. For years, over the span of 5 movies, he was forced to be in a gym multiple times a day, 6 days a week. So after the franchise ended, he started rebelling against the gym and stopped working out entirely. As a result, he lost a six-pack and his body went back to a more natural state. But this is when the hate comments started pouring in. He said, I remember one of the first times seeing it online was very tough. I was filming a movie called Run the Tide, and my character in that is not supposed to be a bodybuilder or ripped in any way. I thought I looked fine, but then seeing it online where they put the side-by-sides of me shirtless in the ocean in a scene from that movie compared to me in Eclipse, people started saying horrible things about Taylor's body, like he's really let go of himself or he's gotten fat. And the worst part about this was that he didn't even think he looked that bad, but when the criticism continued on for years and years, he started to really believe it, and it took a massive toll on his mental health. It got to a point where he just wanted to hide from the world and didn't even feel comfortable going outside to the grocery store for fear that his appearance would get mocked on the internet. The worst kind of criticism was really these side-by-side photos. For whatever reason, people just couldn't conceptualize the fact that the way he looked back then was not his natural state of being. So when he started living a more healthy, balanced lifestyle, it looked like he had gained weight in comparison. Thankfully these days, he's learned how to prioritize self-care and not focus on body image as much. He says a lot of that comes down to getting his mind healthy first before he gets his body healthy. He said, your body can look unbelievable. You can be ripped, shredded, whatever. You can lose weight, you can put muscle on, and if you're not healthy mentally, then that's all for nothing because that can work against you. Alright, now Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello are truly back together. The two of them stepped out in New York City wearing matching outfits. They were spotted in Soho, both of them wearing all black athletic wear. Camila was in a t-shirt and shorts with black sneakers and sunglasses, while Shawn was wearing a tank top and shorts paired with black sunglasses and a backpack. They looked like they were casually shopping and just walking through the neighborhood. But these photos confirmed that they might be back on, considering that they've been seen out a lot recently. This has kept fans guessing about the status of their relationship. Neither of them have commented on whether or not they're officially back together, but they did have a really interesting moment at this year's Coachella. Shawn and Camila were spotted kissing, and a video of that moment was posted on Kiss FM's Twitter account. They were holding a drink in their hands and dancing together. In another clip that was shared online by a Shawn Mendes fan account, they were seen watching a performance in the crowd together and kissing. Eyewitnesses who spoke to Us Weekly said that they weren't holding hands, but they stayed together all night, and they were seated at a VIP table, trying to stay out of sight. They went on to say that he had his arm around her waist as they walked to the stage. Camila was seen nuzzling her face into Shawn's shoulders, and they looked like a couple. Apparently they also kissed and were making out during Burna boys' final song. Soon after those videos went viral, a source told People magazine that they got back in touch at least a few months before the festival and they hung out. They said, "Camila and Shawn always seem to have a special connection. They're enjoying daytime strolls and nighttime casual dinners out. They've been hanging out just the two of them. They are very cute, keep holding hands and laughing. They seem very happy to be reconnected." These videos also marked the first time that these two were seen in public since announcing their breakup on Instagram. But despite all the PDA, it didn't seem like they were ready to open up about their relationship status. As Camila was leaving the festival grounds, a photographer reportedly asked her if they were back together. At first, she seemed to ignore the question and continued chatting with her friends. But soon after, she was heard saying yes, which could have been a response to anything, but it might have been a response to that initial question. Of course, this whole thing left fans quite divided because they were not exactly the most popular celebrity couple to begin with. Underneath the video of them kissing, people commented things like, "Aren't they tired?" and "Getting back with your ex is never a good idea." But there were also a lot of supportive comments too, coming from people who just felt happy that they were reunited. It might have also been a nostalgia thing since Camila and Shawn have been linked for such a long time now. It's difficult to picture them with anyone else. They started out as friends back in 2015 when they were both on tour together and they wrote their first duet. Since then, they've written music about each other on their albums and evolved from best friends to romantic partners. Then after dating for more than 2 years, they called it quits in November of 2021. In a joint statement shared to Camila's Instagram story, she wrote, "Hey guys, we've decided to end our romantic relationship, but our love for one another as humans is stronger than ever. We started our relationship as best friends and will continue to be best friends. We so appreciate your support from the beginning and moving forward." Soon after that, a source revealed to E! News that Shawn allegedly initiated the breakup conversation. Camila was said to be very upset over the split, but the whole thing was still amicable. She later did an interview with Apple Music's Zane Lowe and explained why the two of them decided to part ways. According to her, she said, "My priorities have fluctuated and my focus has changed throughout my life. I feel like it was that way for both of us because we both started so young too. We're really learning how to be healthy adults, and that sometimes means not having your number one focus be your career, and that's okay." But in the end, after taking some time for personal growth, they might have realized that they're just better together. Either way, we'll have to wait and see if they decide to actually announce it to fans. Alright, now let's talk Vanderpump drama, because it just keeps getting messier. The executive producer Alex Baskin has now addressed speculation that Raquel Leviss is pregnant. This rumor started over the weekend when a TikTok user posted a video claiming to know Raquel's sister and said that she's been hiding out at her grandmother's home in Arizona during her pregnancy. This video was eventually taken down, but it sent the rumor mill spiraling. Alex completely shut down that idea and said that it was false. It turns out that Raquel actually checked herself into a mental health facility in the aftermath of her affair with Tom Sandoval. Shortly after the news came out, she released a statement saying Raquel and her family decided before the relationship was discovered that she would enter a voluntary facility for mental health counseling. Raquel had planned to admit herself before the VPR reunion was taped on March 23rd. She was scheduled to go in pre-reunion, but decided that she wanted to finish her filming commitment. Bravo and production were aware and in support of her journey towards better mental health. After her rehab stay was announced, other cast members like Peter and Dana took to social media to throw shade at her treatment center. They claimed that it was not even a real mental health facility and said that it was actually a spa resort. Later that month, Tom called them out during an interview with TMZ. He said that they have absolutely no idea what's going on and asserted that Raquel was in fact in a treatment facility, claiming that she was not allowed to have visitors, friends, family, her phone, or anything else. Alex Baskin seemed to confirm this. While he hasn't directly spoken with her since she checked herself in, he says that he's gotten good reports back from her team and from her family. Now, if you're not fully up to speed on the scandal, basically longtime cast member Tom Sandoval cheated on his life partner and fellow cast member Ariana Madix with another cast member Raquel Leviss, who was previously engaged to another cast member called James Kennedy. There is so much more to it, but that's pretty much the gist. Part 1 of the season 10 reunion came out on May 24th, and it was full of bombshells. That episode marked the first time that Tom and Raquel faced the larger Vanderpump group after the world learned of their cheating scandal. Due to the restraining order with Shiana Shea, Raquel was unable to be in the room with her, and instead she watched the drama unfold in a parking lot outside the studio. Minutes after Andy Cohen introduced the group, he asked Tom and Ariana about their current living situation. Tom revealed that he was still living in their shared LA home, which was labeled as unhealthy. Lala called him a narcissist and said, "Everyone needs to be warned about this person. This is a dangerous human being." She said, "He was sleeping next to her. This was his life partner. If you can do that to her, there's something wrong with this person." In a teaser for part 1, Ariana talks about the affair and says, "I can't think of two worse people. I can't. Raquel agrees and admitted that she's been very selfish, and in response she says, "Selfish does not cover it. Diabolical, demented, subhuman." And since news of the affair came out in March, we found out so many more gritty details about the affair, and the more we find out about this thing, the worse it looks. Just 2 days ago, Ariana went on the Call Her Daddy podcast and revealed that at one point, Raquel and Tom were getting it on in the guest room of their house while she was asleep in another room. She said, "He and I went to bed together, and then he left the bed and went to the guest room and effed her." You wouldn't believe this thing could get any worse, but somehow it always does. The fact that it happened in her own house while she was sleeping is something that would give anyone major trust issues for life. I mean, the only good thing to come out of this is that Tom has not gotten off easy. If you want to see him get roasted, just tune into the reunion special because there's even more to come. So what do you guys think about this latest story? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video.